We'll call to order the regular meeting of the City Council of the City of Poplar Bluff, Missouri, to be held on Monday, October 1st, 2018 at 7 p.m. in the City Council chambers. We'll have our invocation by Councilman Ron Black. If you please rise.
Let's bow our heads together. Our Father, I thank you tonight for those who are present with interest in our community and what we are doing. And I thank you for fellow council persons and employees that are gathered here tonight. I ask that you direct all of our hearts and our minds and our thoughts to good and right conclusions. We invite your presence and your leadership among us. Amen.
Amen. And if you'll remain standing, we'll have Commander Dan Self from the American Legion Post 153 to come forward and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you. Thank you. I would ask if anyone wearing cover, would they please uncover? We'll all face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much, and thank you for your service. At this time, we'll have roll call. Ms. Kirby?
Councilman DeGaris.
Here.
Councilwoman Horton.
Here.
Councilman Cornman.
Here.
Councilman Smith.
Here.
Councilman Black.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Davis.
Here.
And Mayor McVey.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you, Ms. Kirby. Moving on to disclosure of interest. Any member of the City Council may disclose any possible conflict of interest dealing with either any item on the printed agenda or any matter discussed at a previous meeting. Seeing none, we'll move to our citizens' input. Each person in the audience may take this opportunity to address the City Council on any matter which is not on the printed agenda. Seeing none, we'll move on to item 7, our workshop items for discussion. Item A, the City Council will review recommendation from the Planning and Zoning Commission to rezone multiple properties from RS3 Central Area Residential to RA2 Apartment Residential. These properties are located at 1030, 1034, 1038, 1042 Butler Street, 810 South 11th, and Lot 13, which is a vacant lot on Butler Street. The applicants are Lee and Cindy Bowden, Kenneth Johnson, Thomas Sullivan, Michael and Linda Robinson, Rhonda Williams, and Sam and Rita Schalk. Mr. Matt Winters.
Thank you, Mayor. As the mayor stated, there's several properties involved here on Butler and then on 11th Street. Kind of the reason this haul came about was the property owner at 1038 Butler, Mr. Bowden, who's here in the audience tonight, purchased that property with the understanding that it had been used prior as a 3-unit rental. It wasn't zoned that way. Mr. Bowden came into City Hall to gather some information and found out that he would have to have that rezoned to be able to use it since it had been vacant for more than 6 months. The surrounding land use to the north and to the south and to the east is RS3 Central Residential, and to the west are apartments that are zoned RA2 Residential. The property lies in an RS3 single-family residential district, which is used as a residential neighborhood. There are single-family homes and residential. Single-family homes and rentals in the neighborhood. 1038 Butler was functioning as a non-conforming apartment use in this block of the neighborhood, but lost its non-conforming use when it became vacant while it was on the real estate market. The new owner bought it with the understanding that it could be used as apartments. 1038 Butler Street has 3 self-contained apartments within the building. The property is adjacent to RA2 zoning to the west, and the proposed use should not have a negative impact on the surrounding properties. The Planning and Zoning Commission voted to send this to council with our recommendation to approve the request. Do you have any questions for me?
Are there any questions from the council? Okay. If not, I'll entertain a motion and second to move item A to the voting session to be held on October 15th.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item B, the City Council will discuss change order number 1 to the Poplar Bluff PP Pedestrian Bridge Project. Mr. Massingham?
Yes, this is a change order for the bridge being built there on PP Highway for the walking trail. This is funded by MoDOT and the Park Department. It's an additional culvert pipe and required flared in sections. The property owner regraded the parking lot for his business and added a drainage ditch to allow for better drainage. For this reason, the additional culvert is necessary to eliminate any possible damage to the sidewalk or slowing down drainage from the business parking lot.
Any discussion or questions from the council? If not, I'll entertain a motion and second to move item B to the voting session to be held tonight.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item C, the City Council will review a recommendation from the Municipal Utilities Advisory Board regarding amendment to the fiscal year 2018 budget. Mr. Bill Bach?
Yes, Madam Mayor, members of this council. In our 2018 budget under general equipment, account number 573, we had budgeted $150,000 for a backyard machine for the electric distribution department. This machine will allow staff to provide services with minimal damages to a customer's backyard. It will allow us to go through a 36-inch gate, and this will help in providing better customer service to all of our customers. So due to an increase in cost of this machine and the purchase of the trailer, we're asking the council to amend the fiscal 2018 budget for the purpose of the machine from $150,000 to $186,000. We had discussed this earlier at the advisory board, and the advisory board would recommend this, or approval of this. Any questions?
Are there any questions from the council
Make a motion to pass it to the voting session C.
to be held tonight? In a second?
Second.
Motion and second to pass item C to the voting session tonight. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item D, the City Council will discuss an adjustment to the fiscal year 2018 budget. Mr. Massingham?
Yes, you should have received in your packet a spreadsheet showing budget adjustments to the personnel series for most of the general fund departments and some of the other funds like the Black River Coliseum and Pool and Fitness Art and Airport. What this is, back in 2015, our firefighters, local firefighters, received a 5% pay increase. That was part of their union agreement with past administration. At that time, no other employees received the 5% pay increase, including the battalion chiefs and the captains and the chief of the fire department. In 2016, in January, all of our other employees received a 2% increase. And if most of you all know, we have just not been able to give an increase due to budget constraints for the last couple of years. In fact, we've had to eliminate 5 or 6 positions over the past several years in order to get even close to a balanced budget. In the past, when one department received an increase, it was normally given to all other employees, whether it was through a union agreement or not. All employees received the same increase, no matter what department they worked for, or if they were union employees or not. Now, I'm not talking about utility employees there. As you know, they're a different budget, different revenue streams. So none of this has to do with utility employees, just general fund employees. The last 2 years have been really difficult financially. We're finally starting to, what I would say, see the light at the end of the tunnel and kind of crawling out of our hole. So far this year, our sales tax has been better than the last 2 years. As of the end of September, we were at almost 4% increase over last year. I budgeted a 3% increase for this year, so that 1% equals approximately $45,000 to $50,000. What I'm proposing in this budget adjustment tonight is to increase all employees who did not receive the 5% increase in 2015 by 3%. With this and the 2% they received in 2016, this would make them even with what the firefighters received. I feel this is only fair. If you approve this adjustment in tonight's voting session, this would go into effect today, October 1st. The increase is for employees on the general fund side and does not include municipal utility employees. With all that said, I do want to say that in no way is this a reflection on the firefighters or their department. They do a great job, in my opinion. We have one of the finest fire departments in Missouri. I just feel like what was done during past administration wasn't fair to the other employees, and we haven't been in a financial position the last couple of years to try to correct that, and I think now we can. We are still probably going to dip into reserves a little bit, but nothing like we did the last couple of years. Our employees are our most valuable asset. The city is a service-oriented business, and what the city employees do for this community is appreciated by me, and I know by all of you. Most of the employee groups I've talked to realize we went through a bad time, and it was going to take a while to recover, and they've been very patient. I can't say enough how dedicated our employees are, and during emergency situations, they always go above and beyond their duty to help the citizens of Poplar Bluff. Over the last couple of years, I've heard employees, they weren't happy that one group got 5%, they got 2% a year later, a few months later, and I just think this is the fair thing to do.
Any
I'm glad to see
discussion?
that we have this before us to rectify and catch up and get to where we ought to be.
Thank you for your comments. Anyone else have comments? Well, thank you very much, Mr. Massingham, for bringing this to us. Is there any other discussion or questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion and second to move item D to the voting session to be held tonight.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item E, the City Council will discuss amending Section 310.110 and 340.110 and 340.115 A4 of the Code of Ordinances for the City of Poplar Bluff as it relates to the utility vehicles on city streets. Ms. Kirby? Or Mr. Massingham?
No, I can, it doesn't matter. We had someone come in and request a permit to be able to drive their utility vehicle on a city street. As most of the council knows, we don't allow that, but there was a section that was included in our code when we recodified back in 2009. They dropped a model ordinance in, and so it did include that section that said we could issue them a permit to be on city streets. I talked to General Code last week, and they said there are several cities repealing that section, and so we were just trying to get it back to how it was before we actually recodified, since we don't issue permits for them to do that. I don't know if Mark has anything else to add or not.
No, I think she's covered it well.
Mr. Manager, as I read that, it does allow the use of one of these for utility work purposes.
Yes, sir.
And also for parades?
Yes, there is an allowance in there for that. We just don't issue a permit to someone personally to drive their utility vehicle or whatever on city
Golf
streets.
carts and
Correct.
such,
Correct.
UTVs and that sort of thing,
Right.
which is a danger. All right. Any other questions or comments from the council? Thank you for explaining it to us. With that, I would entertain a motion and second to move item E to the voting session to be held tonight.
So moved.
It says October 1. It's not until the next meeting. Okay, I apologize. We're going to do a motion and second to move item E to the voting session to be held on October 15th.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to item 8, our action required items. AA, Bill number 8100. The City Council will take action on an ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute a one-year employment contract with City Manager Mark Massingham.
Motion for first reading. Second.
Motion and second for first reading. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Richardson?
An ordinance of the City Council of Poplar Bluff, Missouri, authorizing the mayor to execute an employment contract with Mark Massingham for the position of city manager for the City of Poplar Bluff, Missouri.
Motion for second reading of Bill 8100.
Second.
Motion and second for second reading of Bill number 8100. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Richardson?
An ordinance of the City Council of the City of Poplar Bluff, Missouri, authorizing the mayor to execute an employment contract with Mark Massingham for the position of city manager for the City of Poplar Bluff, Missouri.
Motion for adoption of bill number 8100.
Second.
Motion and second for adoption of bill number 8100. Is there any discussion? Roll call, Ms. Kirby?
Councilman Cornman,
Yes.
Councilman Smith,
Yes.
Councilman Black,
Yes.
Councilman DeGaris.
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton,
yes,
Mayor Pro Tem Davis.
Yes.
And Mayor McVey.
Yes.
We have 7 yes votes.
Bill number 8100 has been adopted. Item BB, bill number 8101, the city council will take action on an ordinance approving change order number 1 to the Poplar Bluff PB pedestrian bridge project.
Move for first reading of bill number 8101.
Second.
Motion is second for first reading. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Richardson?
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute change order number 1 relating to the Poplar Bluff PP Highway pedestrian bridge project.
Motion for second reading of Bill 8101.
Second.
Motion and second for the second reading of bill number 8101. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Richardson?
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute change order number 1 relating to the Poplar Bluff PP Highway pedestrian bridge project.
Motion for adoption of 8101.
Second.
Motion and second for adoption of bill number 8101. Is there any discussion? Roll call, Ms. Kirby?
Councilman Smith,
Yes.
Councilman Black,
Yes.
Councilman DeGaris.
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton,
yes,
Councilman Cornman.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Davis.
Yes.
And Mayor McVey.
Yes.
We have 7 yes votes.
Bill number 8101 has been adopted. Item CC, bill number 8102, the city council will take action on ordinance making an adjustment to the fiscal year 2018 budget for municipal utilities.
Motion for first reading.
Second.
Motion is second for first reading. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Richardson?
An ordinance amending the 2018 fiscal year budget for the City of Poplar Bluff municipal utilities.
Motion for second reading of Bill 8102.
Second.
Motion and second for the second reading of bill number 8102. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Richardson?
An ordinance amending the 2018 fiscal year budget for the City of Poplar Bluff municipal utilities.
Motion for adoption of 8102.
Second.
Motion and second for adoption of bill number 8102. Is there any discussion? Roll call, Ms. Kirby?
Councilman Black,
Yes.
Councilman DeGaris.
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton,
yes,
Councilman Cornman,
Yes.
Councilman Smith,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Davis.
Yes.
And Mayor McVey.
Yes.
We have 7 yes votes.
Thank you. Bill number 8102 has been adopted. Moving to item DD, bill number 8103. The city council will take action on an ordinance making an adjustment to the fiscal year 2018 budget for the city of Poplar Bluff.
Motion for first reading of 8103.
Second.
Motion is second for the reading of bill number 8103. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Richardson?
An ordinance amending the 2018 fiscal year budget for the City of Poplar Bluff and for its various departments and funds.
Motion for second reading of Bill 8103.
Second.
Motion is second for the second reading of bill number 8103. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Richardson?
An ordinance amending the 2018 fiscal year budget for the City of Poplar Bluff for its various departments and funds.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Motion and second for adoption of bill number 8103. Is there any discussion? Roll call, Ms. Kirby?
Councilman DeGaris.
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton,
yes,
Councilman Cornman.
Yes.
Councilman Smith,
Yes.
Councilman Black,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Davis.
Yes.
And Mayor McVey.
Yes.
7 yes votes.
Thank you. Bill number 8103 has been adopted. Item EE, The City Council of the City of Poplar Bluff will meet in a closed meeting in which they will discuss such matters which are exempted under the Open Meetings Law, Section 610.021.1, .2, .3, .9, .11, .12, .13, .14 RSMO.
Motion moved to closed session following the city manager's report.
Second.
Motion is second. Roll call, Ms. Kirby.
Councilman DeGaris.
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton.
Yes.
Councilman Cornman.
Yes.
Councilman Smith.
Yes.
Councilman Black.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Davis.
Yes.
And Mayor McVey.
Yes. Thank you, Ms. Kirby. So we'll move into closed session after the city manager's report.
First of all, I just want to thank you all for renewing my contract for another year. Look forward to working with all of you and for the citizens. Just wanted to say we had a successful Iron Horse Festival this year. Looked like there was a lot of people down there. Also, if you haven't been on Shelby Road lately, I drove through there, I think it was Friday night about 8 or 8:30, and they were still working with lights on. And they have one lane all the way down to Roxy Road now from the 53 junction. And then this morning, I went down 67 South, and they've started the second lane, and it's on, this morning early, it was on the other side of the bridge. So they're moving pretty quick now. Hope the weather keeps up with us, and we may be driving on that by the end of the year. Only other thing, I just want to congratulate First Missouri State Bank on their new building. It's a great addition to drive into Poplar Bluff from the north and see that beautiful building there, and First Midwest across the street and Southern behind that. So just spruced up that side of the city. So that's all I have.
And then we'll be looking forward to our municipal utility move shortly after.
Yes, we will. I'm sure they will.
I wanted to bring up one more thing. There is Missouri Day. It's going to be October 17th. We're going to have a mayor's prayer breakfast and continue our honoring of the United Gospel Rescue Mission's 50th anniversary. It will be at 7 a.m. at the United Gospel Rescue Mission at 400 South Broadway. Everyone is welcome. Have free breakfast, free fellowship, and come by and enjoy. We'll give you another reminder in 2 weeks, but it's on Wednesday, October 17th. Is there anything else to come before the regular session of council? I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We're adjourned.